Yeah. It's a fighting pose. You're a total poser.
Not a poser.
Welcome to a another thirst quencher. And today we are going to talk about Marvel's long-awaited. Well, it wasn't that long-awaited. Black Widow.
Wasn't that
It was-
delayed for a year?
Yeah,
And I mean, I've been waiting for it since she first did an action pose in Iron Man 2.
Right?
yeah.
Sam.
Oh man, just
And this,
awesome.
and this
What are we
movie,
talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are talking about Black Widow today. All right.
You sound unsure.
I mean-
Someone's like,
Did you not see Black Widow on the
your,
screen?
your
Yeah.
mind has been possessed.
I see what they want me to see.
Do you smell? Do you want me? Yeah.
We're talking about Black Widow today.
Yeah.
Marvel's newest entry to the cinematic universe.
And man, this movie, I'll just say it flat out, could really benefit to have come out at the time it should have came out in between the movies.
It would have been phenomenal, an instant classic.
Yeah.
You don't like that it came out this?
I mean, don't get me wrong.
point?
I will take what I can get. I'm not a picky man. I'm not complicated. I will take this.
But you're looking at at overall
I'm
for
just
success.
saying, like, I think it would have been received and felt and added to the loss of said character
Yeah,
Mhm.
if it came out at that time.
I do agree.
Especially the fact that there was so much time in between, so give fans to have doubt. Like as soon as like kept on getting pushed back, and people started thinking I don't think Black Widow's gonna be good. That's why it started.
Yeah.
It started creep up in November or something
Yeah,
like
they
that.
got me too, dude.
Yeah, I was like, oh, and then I didn't want to believe oh shit, maybe they're right.
Yeah.
Because
know.
it didn't come to theaters, and it's like maybe they were just looking for an excuse to hold on to it.
Yeah,
Because they didn't have faith with it.
especially
Yeah.
we had one the other time when with the other film, and there was oh no,
all
got
other
burned.
films that waited.
Yeah, or didn't wait, and then they didn't wait. You should have waited.
Yeah, but this movie is actually, it really surprised me. I wasn't one of those people. I mean, yeah, we were all kind of worried, and it delivered in the end. I think it's one of their better entries, I would say.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
for a belated number one, I think this is a pretty solid movie. Because like I said, I got worried. My faith was tested, but I think they did this character a great service. I thought it was really cool, and yeah. So I mean,
In the way it was shaped, it was just a Tuesday for her because she went right back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
back to
She was
work.
like, all right, I'm done with what I need to do here,
yeah,
but now I got to get this shit taken care of over here. So now we move on to the next phase of what we're doing in Marvel.
exactly.
never enough time to heal. Wow.
Yeah.
This movie does set a precedent. Not a precedent. It's the way that this movie was shot and filmed. I feel like is very different from other Marvel movies,
Mm-hmm.
and it is setting it's kind of showing that Marvel isn't afraid to take risks while still implementing their formula and making it work, knowing what works, but trying different avenues. The different genre of film. Although Winter Soldier had that action pack. This reminded me of a really good James Bond,
Yeah.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
That type of espionage film they fucking knocked it out of the park while keeping that superhero Marvel universe essence throughout the whole thing.
Cool.
Kevin Feige's getting scary.
Yeah, I am happy that, especially after they're kind of done, after they did their phase with the Infinity War and everything in game, and as you were saying, it really shows that after so much success, they can do these things now, and have relative success, almost anything to do. I feel like that's good, and that's good for coming in directors as well. They're able to do more things, and depending on the right director and everything, I believe they'll be able to trust them a little bit more to experiment a little bit,
Baby
especially.
steps.
Yeah, baby steps, of course. But and this movie really showed that. I love the choreography. And as you were saying, I love the way it was filmed. The cinematography was really good, and it did make it stand out from a lot of how the other films were, or how the other Marvel films were shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helped it stand out. It didn't feel like a regular Marvel film.
Yeah,
And-
the different panoramic shots that they were taking.
Mhm.
I mean, the lighting that they would put on different scenes. I mean, it was really well done.
Mhm.
And just a few hours ago, when I was talking shit that Marvel, we were just discussing, what was his name? Stanley Kubrick's
Yeah.
stance on that Marvelous in cinema. Fuck, it kind of shut me the fuck up. Yeah, just a little bit, but
Just move back.
this is a step in like a really good direction
Mhm.
for Marvel, showing that they are going to just lay out different things. I mean, they got 10 years now.
Yeah.
I don't think they expected to be able to run with a train like this for over a decade. So at this point, they're like, we've definitely earned a return on Marvel
Mm-hmm.
from what we bought. At this point, just fucking do what you want because it's going to make money. It's
Exactly.
hot.
I especially liked the themes in this film and how, like, they didn't. I felt like, at least for Disney and for Marvel movies and everything, I feel like they didn't really pull any punches, and I like that. Like,
Yeah, no parallels. It
like-
was just it was the thing.
yeah, it was the thing. Like, they opened up with someone killing somebody. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
Which I like that because one, it sets the tone. Like, all right, this is what we're going to be doing. And afterwards, there was a lot of, they make sure they don't shy from death and they don't shy from serious topics in this film.
I
which
mean,
is
the
really cool.
the opening. I don't want.
Yeah, that too.
We're gonna get into spoiler territory, but the shit that he touched on just on the opening
Yeah, that
Mhm.
was
credits was
solid.
it was uncomfortable,
Mhm.
but it lets you know exactly what kind of movie you're kind of walking into.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, this is the world. Like, compared to like all the other heroes and stuff, they have their sad things and everything. But like, Natalia, yeah, that's
Tasha.
Natasha has to have the most like, just utterly heartbreaking like backstory. Like,
Yeah.
especially seeing it.
That was tough.
And I don't think it was a great way to introduce, because as a Marvel, as somebody that is familiar with the character outside of the MCU,
Mhm.
it was never really, it was laid out on the table, but it wasn't really explained or shown before. Like,
No.
she's a spy and she did a lot of things. It's like, oh yeah, but she's cool. She does backflips. No, you don't understand like her background. And they went ahead and they showed it in a fucking really well done place. That's why I do agree with what you said earlier, that if this would have came out right after and it to lead to her end,
Yep.
it would have been a fucking Robert Downey Jr.
Absolutely.
equal moment. That
Yeah.
movie would have broken
Dude.
people.
I wanted to be there. I wanted to feel it, but like we just didn't get to this point.
That would, yeah.
Yeah.
It would have changed the dynamic of that scene.
Yeah,
and-
totally.
And the popularity of the character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yep. Because we all know if we want to make a character more popular, it's not going to be their books. It's going to be movies.
Nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it.
I know.
Hey, but low key, this the way that the books that they released this year and starting last, no, it's all been this year, right?
It started. Well, that book in particular started last year.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was right. They kind of prepped for this movie.
Mhm.
At least to me, as a reader of that Black Widow, I wasn't very familiar with her outside of like Avenger comics, so I never read like a solo Black Widow, so I never had any expectations other than she's kind of a side character, but it's strong.
Right.
That was in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
It softened to how the performances that they delivered kind of mirrored the comic. It kind of prepped
Yeah.
you for that banter that they they
That
kind of
her-
experience
them two-
within each
the
other.
two have, yeah.
Yeah, and I think they knocked it out of the park. Their fucking chemistry, that family, the four
Mhm.
chemistry, I think was fucking
Yeah.
fantastic.
That was tight. It was they. I'm not sure what they did to prep for those for those scenes and everything, but you can feel it.
It really shows I mean, just depth of those four actors. I mean, they're
Mhm.
fucking.
Yeah.
And
They're
I like how
great.
it wasn't like kind of like ham-fisted in there. Even the operatives, they had a reason to be that way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like that. That was really
yeah. It's brilliantly. I think it's brilliantly written, brilliantly just performed.
Mhm.
The comedy was the Marvel element that they kept.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, as the movie progressed, because it did something really peculiar. It came in and it threw the Marvel formula out the window with the first like 10, 15 minutes. Like it was,
Yeah.
it was really dark. They hooked you in a different way that Marvel movies usually do. They have like that exposition, funny joke. You like, haha, you
Yeah.
like it for their character. They did something differently this time around where they hooked me in with just the background story, everything that was going on.
Mhm.
And then they slid in the jokes, and then they slid in the comedy and the buddy cop, and it was I rolled my eyes at the first one, but then their chemistry was just so natural that it fucking sold it to me.
Mm-hmm.
It was, because sometimes the Guardians of the Galaxy settled that type of humor that Marvel has ran with for a while. Well, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
They have that certain Marvel comedy.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that I've felt that it's been done cheesily in the past, that's why I'm not a very big fan of the Marvel formula. But hey, the way that they performed it here, they weaved it into the story while still keeping it dark and just splashing into it. It was really good, really well done.
I felt like a lot of the joke dynamics and stuff felt true to some, like most of the characters. Like it felt like, of course, what's his face is going to be the way he is, because he was,
Indoctrinated.
He was no,
Like a believer, motherfucker.
yeah,
he believed in the party.
Yeah.
and I think what was really cool, the setup for the 10 minutes and everything also helped with the jokes, because you're not like, he's not like, a lot of time, like especially what I forgot his name,
Crimson
No, it's not Crimson.
I was gonna do it.
Like
Red Guardian?
Red Guardian,
yes.
Red Guardian, like you're not supposed to like him at all. And I think in all his, like, a lot of his jokes is trying to be likable, which makes it funny because, like, no, you're still kind of terrible.
Like, his jokes were terrible, but they were hilarious.
Yes,
to
exactly.
him.
Like,
he sold them fucking perfectly.
Man,
I love how he sounded like a drunk dad or a drunk uncle.
Yeah, exactly.
I loved it.
Like, it keeps pinging on to and then I love the reveal, like, how, like, they weren't even together that long. I'm like, oh my God, is this 3 years? Like,
yeah, when they were talking about when they shot all their family photos.
Yeah.
Fuck. I really do think this movie sold the grit of this particular Avenger.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really, really, really good. Like, I don't know. You guys have said pretty much a lot of the shit that I was thinking about, like this stuff. Like, you guys have said it all for me.
There any critiques? Cons? I mean, there's a couple
Yeah,
of things.
there's some I can
We've
think
touched
of.
I mean, if you want to talk
Something
about cons, like, you just want to go into spoiler territory at that point.
I mean, we
Instead of
Any-
advancing,
well,
advancing,
is
I guess
there anything technical? Anything
technical?
that was like CG? There was a CGI part but that would be spoilers. Not really. CGI. There was like that explosion of the car.
Here's a con. Here's a con.
Yeah.
The only con is like the movie and the timing that it came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a con that people have to get this flavor of how we get when we read a book, and it's a one shot. It doesn't really make too much of a difference because you already know the story that happened before it and after it.
Right.
Everything that happens in between here doesn't really matter.
it.
So you're going here just for the movie experience, really.
right.
That could be a con because people would want more
They want
story. They want more story added onto it, and this character's already gone.
right. Pretty much.
So what do I care for?
See, in my opinion, when I seen this movie, I knew all that and like a one shot thing, but I know they're not getting rid of the Black Widow character. There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way they're getting rid of a Black Widow character,
You mean
especially
like
when in the
Scarlet?
comics. No, they're getting ScarJo's done.
Yeah.
But ever since they introduced in the trailer that other Black Widow, her sister Yelena, who is a comic
Just like in the
character-
comic, how that just ended the same way.
Exactly. It all of a sudden I knew what this movie is about. It's about setting up for
It's torch pass.
Yeah, and I didn't see that as a con. I came in there already expecting it, so I think that's why I enjoyed the movie. I think
I'm
people.
saying that's what some people might view as a con. I don't,
Yeah.
If
And I think it did a good job of passing the torch. And
Oh, it did a wonderful job.
I got I'll come in, like, I have like 2 cons, like, and granted they don't destroy the movie. I as you can probably tell, I enjoyed the film. But the 2 I have are the third act isn't the strongest, and I'll just say that, like, with a lot of the climax of the film and everything felt a little long. Like, I thought maybe it could have been cut down a little bit more. And with that, I wished we had more time with Taskmaster.
yeah,
Like, I wish, and maybe the character maybe tweaked a little bit, but that's only my gripe. Like, Taskmaster serves a purpose, and I get it and everything, but especially after the reveal and of who Taskmaster is and everything, I felt like we could have gotten more out of that character. It would have been, it could have been way more. It could have been way more interesting if certain things were in play.
The character didn't command presence in the same fashion that the Winter Soldier did when he was on the screen.
Yeah.
And that's kind of
Absolutely.
what I would want from Taskmaster, to command some type of presence whenever they were on screen. Yeah, they could be a menace, but I didn't really feel it every single time.
Yeah. And it was, and I think it's because it had no, that character had no personality. They didn't flesh out anything even after the reveal. It was always just, they presented as a cyborg from the beginning.
I thought that
almost through the end.
Yeah, I would have been. I kind of was like settled on the fact that this person probably is a robot.
Yeah,
some
that's.
kind
I was like
a no name. I would have been cool with.
I mean, it kind of fed into the plot that I'm gonna get to, because that is gonna be one of our gripes, the way that he kind of wrapped up the Taskmaster thing. But I do think it kind of fed into the plot that it was just a robot. And and I think with that, I think we can probably get into spoilers. This is a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, stop now. Please go watch it. Come back.
It is. It is actually worth the.
Don't believe the haters online. I know you're on Twitter. I know you're on.
Fuck them guys. They're dropping. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Of course.
But if you're bitching about the changes that we're going to get into, then
shut up.
Yeah. But with further ado, what were some of your favorite parts in this movie?
My favorite parts, honestly, were all the. God, it's hard to.
The special shots.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just.
Yeah, that can't. Dog. Who produced this film?
The prime angles that you never got.
Oh my god.
Yeah, literally all the ones.
ScarJo said, "Hey, I
get
the
it.
Squats for it, because I don't imagine she's gonna keep up the same regimental workout that they make you for these movies.
Fuck no.
Right? So I imagine she's like, yo,
whatever.
This is we gonna ride out the last one. You boys I'm keeping this motherfucker in the collection, framing fucking shot.
Just still on this before we go into favorites. Like, I'm surprised to see so many, especially after like interviews where her talking about when she first appeared as Black Widow. Like, oh man, there was some, how it was filmed, and I always felt like I was objectified. It's just like I'm like, and then I'm watching. It's like
these were objectifying.
This are you? What's going on?
They're beautifully shot.
Oh yeah,
and beautifully colored. Those are some of the panoramic shots. Like they would shoot with like the wide angle. That
was an
beautiful
inside job.
lighting.
That was an inside job. He got paid extra. He got paid extra. That was an inside job.
Yeah.
No way.
Fuck
There's
yeah.
no way.
I know you can't tell me like
the one from the bottom,
especially like up to the car with the like.
Come on, man.
Do we need that scene? Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
That's the angle where
you can't just cut to the no.
Like she literally just gets. She's just getting out of the car. I don't care. It costs more to put a riser. It costs more to put the car on a riser and us coming down. Other than just, I don't care. We're shooting for the bottom. God damn it!
Right
from the bottom. It matters. It's set up emotional.
Yeah, it's give you that
themes. She's moving on. Come on.
The scene. I like the scene where she meets with her sister for the first time and they have their scuffle,
and
how she just stops because she's like, I'm actually choking her out and she's not choking me. I'll stop. Truth. I like that.
They were choking each other out.
Yeah,
I saw.
But she was gonna lose.
Oh yeah.
She was like, oh my god.
I loved the first 10 minutes. That was my favorite part. It was super, like we said, that was really different. And it was super visceral, and I love that it seems as if they've done some, like you were saying, it would appear that they've done some homework, because I felt that these were these characters. Maybe not Red Guardian, because I don't know shit about him. I don't know anything about Red Guardian.
Same.
But this feels like a Chris Pratt Star-Lord mix over, like where there's like, all right, we know Star-Lord's kind of like a upright douche. Fuck that. He's like some dude who listens to a Walkman. Like one of those changes, and it worked out. And I just really like that they set the tone for these characters the right way. Like, yeah, it would appear that she's letting her guard down, but she's always playing a role. And it's like that theme where her is subtle, and I like how much they pay attention to keep it present at all times. Even her family, they're all playing the roles.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how much they pay attention to that. I think they nailed all of this.
And that's the one thing I've always liked about like Marvel, when they do the spy shit. Like, they follow, like, this is reality. Like, this actually probably happened.
Yeah.
Like, a family of all spies, children spies, are trained and fucking all this, and you're like, you start thinking, they show you right away, like, when they show up to the airport and they start separating the family, Natasha knows where she's going because that's where she came from.
Yeah,
like it hits you with a lot of left jabs real fast.
Yeah.
The 1-2 had me on the ropes. The hit you immediately with child trafficking, which was hard.
That's one thing, because I know, like, in the beginning, I wasn't sure what was going on. It threw me off. I'm like, wait a second, are they retconning Natasha's backstory? Like, what's going on? They're a happy family. Shouldn't she be in the program? Like, she is, and when you get the No More in the movie, that she has been in the program this whole time, and they were only together for 3 years, and like it was just like, and it really hurt me even more knowing how much she didn't want Helena to go back into the program. She was like, she's too young. Okay, like she's 6. Let her be a kid.
Yo, you were younger. Cut.
Exactly.
You were younger. Yo, that shit cut.
Oh my god,
it was really solid. I love that simple trick how they illustrated, like, Elena has never been in the program until you think about it, because when she fell, she didn't even cut herself, but it hurt. Like, she immediately called for her mom.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, she can get better. And then like oh shit, she can't go in there. She can't handle it. And then to come out the way she did, dude.
I do wonder, like, when she entered that program, when did they start like brainwashing her and everything? Because like, I love the fact that like, her name is Helena, right? Or
Elena.
Elena.
Why?
Okay, like the fact that she's like throughout this whole movie is basically her finding who she is again. And I do wonder, like, what's the last thing she kind of like, even the only thing that she can really like grasp onto is the fact that she had that family that one time.
Yeah,
which is it's interesting, and see how she like develops, because that illusion or the role that she was playing isn't a role to her compared to everyone else. Everyone else knew. That
was her childhood. That was her reality.
That's the closest thing she'll ever have. Like, she never got to be with another family to fake being another child. That was the one time.
And shout out to the young girl that played Natasha. She fucking knocked it out of the park. That she had a very small role, but god damn,
I believed
it out of the park.
Yeah,
when she jacked that gun and turned it around, blah blah blah. The fear, not wanting to let her sister go into this stuff, man. Hey, she knocked it out of the park. The acting in this movie was fucking really surprised me, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really, really, really tough.
The family, the scene where they were in the table was probably my favorite scene in the whole movie.
You know what? The trailers, the more I started to watch it, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be cringy.
Why did she have so much food ready? Why did she have so much food ready?
She was just feeding them the stuff that she was gonna feed the pig.
Yeah, she's got
in containers like that. It looks like she ran to Strax and just hit everything in the deli. That pasta, give me some of that pasta. She had the little containers.
I want those bread rolls. Yeah.
I felt the same way when I saw the trailer. I was like, it's a buddy cop. They presented it as a buddy cop movie. Like they really did. And all the marketing, it really looked like it was going to be over the top action, buddy cop, and that's what made me kind of
eerie. Yeah.
But they fucking the switch around the way that they were able to make this film something different, and it goes from that comedy, blah blah blah, little family getting together, cracking jokes, to a fucking dark place really fast. And this is the way it dealt with like a broken family, because you can take that into any like. The dynamic that they had was a real a world dynamic, right? Of a broken family, of a really like dispersed and just traumatized family, and the way that they portrayed that on screen, and they included in, were able to like shift in and out, and within those tense moments, they would break the tension, but not in a terrible way,
right?
In like a way of a family overcoming problems,
right?
I thought it was fucking. That scene right there was probably one of my favorite ones in the movie.
Oh yeah, I would really have liked to have seen more Red Room stuff.
Yeah,
more Red Room procedure stuff, because I like the idea of it, but I probably maybe one ballerina reference. Like, I know that's probably like the old school version
but
of it.
That is one of my gripes, that they didn't show any of like the training. It's just like well, you know she's badass.
Yeah.
You know she already suffered through all this, but if they would have shown a little bit of that training, maybe through the opening of the child trafficking and into the program
Yeah.
a little
You
bit.
talk about Elena?
Like exactly.
No,
what would you want-
Natasha's.
like, exactly what would you want to see that you?
Well,
didn't
actually,
already
no.
before, you know?
I'll take that back. They did show her going through like shooting practices, but yeah. Never mind. I take that back.
Okay, so
I forgot all about that.
I will say this.
Maybe I
if,
want a little bit more of it.
if you've ever seen this movie called Red Sparrow, it was essentially
It was, yeah.
Oh yeah, Black Widow.
it was essentially that. Like there's like these little tension-filled scenes of her in the class. Like they could have borrowed a little bit and done something more like that. Like it didn't have to be a fight scene particularly, but just more of what it was like being in there.
Yeah.
Like don't get me wrong, we can stitch it together after a few scenes, but
Yeah.
still it would have
Yeah.
been nice to have seen probably a little bit more of that.
Yeah, that's yeah. A little bit more of it, a little bit more expansion into the world of what the Red Room was or what their training was. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
If I had a small nitpick, I mean it's nah, you know what? It's not-
This movie ain't perfect, man.
Yeah, it's not perfect.
Let's
It's
keep it
not
100.
perfect.
That CGI when the goddamn Jeep exploded, like atrocious.
I would like my biggest gripe.
It fucking rolled.
The CGI from the avalanche was atrocious.
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
bit.
Like the CG, like the one thing that really, like all those, I didn't really. Now you got me thinking about the trucking. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
The truck was
That was
terrible.
really- especially when it like stopped and then you're like, okay, they should be dead. It
Yeah.
should be rolling
Like,
them
I mean-
over, and then it waited for them to move, and then it moved it to itself.
The hole in one.
The-
It would have been sick if when Taskmaster shot the arrow, it would have made the car flip backwards and land on top of the truck.
Mhm.
I've been like, ooh, okay.
Oh, I wasn't talking about that one. I was talking about the one in the bridge when she first met Taskmaster. I think that was the worst CGI in the whole movie. It was awful.
Yeah, it looked like some 2008 24.
It looked like twisted metal.
I did not like the fucking because it looked like she wasn't even there. Like they were out when Elena just decides to sacrifice herself
Yeah.
and everything, and then
God.
Oh, yeah.
that it was.
That wouldn't work like that.
I don't know who filmed that.
Yeah, the movie kind of it started going into a Fast and the Furious-esque type territory, which is more believable because it is Marvel. It's
Yeah,
Marvel
they
spy
get away
movie.
Yeah.
They can get away with it.
They're real spies.
Yeah.
Or at least they've been called spies by name.
Black
At least
Widow-
they've been trained.
Exactly.
Black
That's
Widow
been-
has skin made of adamantium because she took a beating this whole fucking movie.
She's
She
just
ne-
getting
and never
tossed.
sat down. Never sat down. Was
Nope.
never phased. Fell from the building, got right back up.
I do like how they did the nod to it when they first made it in Budapest.
Yeah.
Budapest. Like when they first met there, I do like how they did the nod when Natasha was changing. You can see all the bruises and all the shit that she suffered,
yeah.
but she wasn't even flinching. Then you got
The no cells and the bruises.
Like, I mean that also, like, as you were saying, like, it's more believable because it could be just catered to her training.
Yeah,
She's trained,
absolutely.
she's probably in pain, but she's
Oh, yeah.
she's trained to
Yeah, that-
keep going. So
yeah.
it's like
It kind of it made sense because one of the things when immediately when she like broke her own nose, I was like, she didn't flinch. They ain't got
Nope.
no fucking eyes.
put
I
her
was
right
almost
back.
like, yeah, she is no sold.
she. What? How many times did she smash her head into the fucking
Just
table?
one
Oh,
good
just
time.
one good time. It
Natasha-
without flinching.
Natasha only gets hurt. Oh, Natasha only shows pain when she needs.
Because when that scene happened when they got caught at the very end, I thought it was weird that the mother was in uniform. I was like, why is she changing to uniform?
Yeah.
Do Black Widows have to be in uniform when they see each other or something?
Yes.
For what reason did she change?
Yes.
That was like a reason to put Scarlett Johansson in her
Original.
original
Yeah,
black outfit.
yeah.
That's all that was.
Thank God. Because I like the white, but the black's better.
I like that.
Yeah.
I mean the tiniest of nitpicks for me. I think they made their point pretty good, but I feel like there need to be some body counts of the not important characters. Like maybe some of these widows shouldn't have made it out. Like I know there was the one in
Yeah.
the beginning, but I mean like it feels like more people shouldn't have made it out. And
Yeah.
This movie was wrapped up in a nice, pretty bow. There were no consequences.
it was
Everything's
widow
fine.
shaped,
Everything's cool.
you know?
Yeah.
I'll say that. Like, yes, I think. Oh, go on. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was agreeing with you. Like I kind of wish that, like it was so hard. Like it hit so hard so many times throughout the entire film. I kind of wish they kind of kept that going throughout the conclusion.
Keep us a consistent.
Not everyone
dose
has
of
to
sad. You know.
Can I put on my anti-woke hat and say they did this because they wanted all the men to die and all the women survived.
He's right.
Yeah,
But it is true.
Regarding me,
it's true. All the nameless soldiers dead. All the widows alive.
We see you,
Checks
Disney.
out.
We ain't falling for your woke agenda.
Hell, even Taskmaster survived. I mean, yeah, Taskmaster is what's his
Ha! It's because she was a woman.
yeah. That's the surprise, by the way.
Yeah, that's the twist.
the crazy, unbelievable twist to such a beloved,
Who?
long enduring character like
Who?
Taskmaster.
You motherfuckers don't give a
What's
fuck
his
about
actual name? Does
Taskmaster.
anyone even know Taskmaster's real name?
Tony Masters.
Shut up.
Got him. And
But
here's
her
the
name was Antonia, so it is Tony.
Oh
And-
shit!
And maybe that last name in Russian means masters.
I have to look it up. Maybe not. I don't know.
You're reaching, but I like the reach. Okay?
I'm not gonna stop him from reaching. I'm not gonna stop.
Reach for your dreams.
Reach for
I think.
Yeah, that was the big argument, right? That was a big.
Yeah, there was a big thing online. It's the biggest thing. All these people, like, honestly, where have you been? All these Taskmaster fans. It's no secret that everyone at this table, we read the Taskmaster comic.
It was good.
We liked it.
Yeah,
I really liked it.
it's good.
It was good. But
Pirate boots and all.
It's funny.
But if they change the character, it doesn't fucking matter.
exactly. And here's the
Because
thing.
you're not.
Here's the thing. Like, you Taskmaster. I mean, the internet, Twitter would
You
have
fucking
me believe-
nerds only know him from Marvel vs. Capcom
Exactly.
3.
If that.
You would have me believe that there are hundreds of thousands of you who do not like this change. Like, fair enough. But, June's highest unit selling comics came out like not too long ago. The top 50 comics. And I hate to say this, but Taskmaster wasn't in it. Not in the top 50.
His comics
So-
are out.
To be
All
fair,
of you-
isn't it already been wrapped up since before?
I mean, it's been wrapped up like a month prior, but still, like,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and they were only talking about the issue specifically that sold that.
Ah,
so it
gotcha.
still could have possibly shown up in there.
You're right,
All I'm
you're right.
saying is that not a single issue of Taskmaster was on this list.
It's not big as a deal as you're making it.
So I mean, you can like the character. It's valid. You don't like the change. I understand why you don't like the change, but to pretend like this is like a huge grievance, like come on, guys, let's be real. Taskmaster is down here, and the character that the movie's about is right here. So what happens to down here is not our fucking problem. Like,
One of the few only like from what I know of Taskmaster is like the redeeming qualities in the comics that he's funny.
Yeah,
And
he's Deadpool.
He's Deadpool,
Yep, with a
but
cape.
with a skull face. And I'm like, but we don't
that-
need more funny people in this type of film or in general in a Marvel universe. A lot of people are funny.
I will say I missed in my head. I was doing the Taskmaster like voiceover before the spoiler came out. Before
Where are you
the
going,
reveal was when they were fighting. When the first fight is like, "Ooh, Natty, can I call you Natty? Are we friends now?" Like, "Ooh, you punch real hard."
Ooh, you're feisty.
but yeah,
Because he is a funny character. I do like the character,
Yeah.
which it part of me is like I wish they would have kept him the same,
Mm-hmm.
but the other part of me that it kind of followed the story of the movie and it made sense the way that it played out in the movie. I don't care.
There's still an opportunity for this character that they didn't kill this character off.
Nope.
There's still an opportunity for this person to become a mercenary and do something.
You think this woman that had a fucking computer chips is fried in the back?
She's
of
gonna
her
go
head?
back to do more
She
fighting.
hasn't done shit. She's gonna go back to being a stand-up comic.
If Wakanda can make Bucky an arm, anything is possible.
What do you mean?
That comparison-
Wakanda ain't gonna fuck with Bucky in the comics. They don't give a shit.
he's right.
You're right.
Okay, I mean,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But
Antonia coming to a theater near you to do a one-man show.
oh my god,
One woman show.
one woman show.
Damn right.
This is a one-woman show.
What did you guys think of the real villain of the story?
Misogyny.
Misogyny.
in the form of the motherfucking god.
What a piece of
Ray
shit.
The
Wilkinson.
grossest
What a
man.
piece of shit.
he acted this role to a T.
He was great.
Shout out to Ray Wilkinson, fucking AKA fucking Beowulf, the motherfucking legend.
Was he the voice for Beowulf?
Yes.
Oh my god! No wonder. Why was a Russian general British?
Because shut up, that's why.
He did try to do like the Russian accent, but
He
it kept
tried.
going in and out.
Yep. I was like, I'm sorry, my guy. You will never convince me you're anything.
You one or the other.
British.
he convinced me he was a piece of shit.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
When he raised that pimp hand, I was like,
She
oh,
flinched?
I flinched. I was like, oh no.
Natty, no,
Like,
baby, I'll protect you.
Don't hurt her.
baby, just do what he says.
Oh my god.
And I wanted to believe like, no, she's faking it. No, that's a son, it's a son. Then she broke her nose. I was like, oh God, that was real.
No, that was real.
He had them control. There is not a more pimpish move than having
You can't
a
smell
harem
me. You
of
can't
women you
smell me.
control, and they cannot attack you because of your smell.
You're fair.
What in the black dynamite shit?
I got these pheromones.
That's a Sigma pheromone.
Sigma
right there.
Bitch, I'm a Sigma. You can't smell me.
Yeah,
My scent is too intense for everybody.
while I don't exactly know if that's how infamous the character that actually I'm pretty sure the Red Room was ran by women as well, or by a bunch of people. But either way, for the movie's sake, I thought this character was a solid stand-in. Like he wasn't like he was a throwaway, but his time on screen was utilized.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
He fucking knocked it out of the park whenever
He
hit that
did a
scene.
great job.
When he
Like,
came out, when he stepped out that Benz in that fucking tracksuit,
yeah,
that slick back hair and the fucking taco meat.
it was like
Rachel Wise, young CGI Rachel Wise, was kind of scary.
yeah,
Because they could have just used her facial structure from the Mummy.
yep.
It's possible
Ooh,
to just take that.
100%.
But then they just like softened
Yeah,
her
they just
skin,
stopped. Yeah, I'm like,
and she looked almost plasticky.
I
Kind of weird and scary.
I honestly didn't know that was her.
yeah.
It
Dude,
was
I-
in my
at
head.
one-
Dude,
I did
it
not-
was killing me. I was like, she looks so familiar.
Both of you?
It was killing me.
Y'all didn't know that was Evie?
No.
Fuck,
Wow,
man.
what a oh my.
It was killing me. I was like, yeah. why does she
Yeah.
look so familiar?
These niggas don't know who
my
Evie is.
God.
I-
Oh my god.
Shame.
I can't. They're muted.
I'm sorry. Don't do that.
They're muted.
Good.
Now
Seven.
the real connoisseurs can speak.
God.
Uh,
That was your timeout.
You
You
need.
guys are being punished.
It's been a while, okay?
Yep.
It's been a while.
Wow. Listen,
I did think it was a different actress. I was like, they found something that kind of looked like her. Like they got me for like 30 seconds because they did it in the dark, and then like a light kind of shone, and I was like,
Her eyes.
they Robert De Niro her
It's the eyebrows.
Her
man.
eyes look
Eyebrows.
wild, look wider when she was younger than they do now.
because they gave her the Alita.
There was more hope. There was more hope in her eyes.
oh
That's
God.
why. The up and coming mummy star, that meant something.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh man, she was so
But,
gorgeous. She can't be more beautiful than herself.
Hey, yeah, I honestly thought it was somebody else. I had to crack my bong here.
So wait a second. So you're telling me that when you two
What?
just happened to see the Mummy 3, you were like, "Oh yeah, this is fine. That's Evie. Yeah, cool."
I never
No.
watched the
Oh my
Mummy.
God.
But I never fucking watched the Mummy 3. All right.
Well, good for you.
I watched the Mummy 3, I think either with you or with Robert, like 4 or 5 years after it came out.
Okay.
Yeah. Shut up.
I've only seen it on TNT, and I wasn't paying attention. I did think that was Evie, but I was like, this is a really bad
It
copy
was
of
like
the
it
film.
was almost a decade since you've seen the Mummy 2. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know?
That woman is in my dreams. I never forgot.
Yeah, I never
yeah,
forgot
the
Evie.
Mummy version of her, maybe.
The
I mean,
dog.
hell, even the Constantine version. I mean, hello.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was in
Yeah.
Constantine, wasn't she?
Yeah,
Look, I wasn't looking at her in the Mummy 2. I was looking at the other one.
and X on the Moon.
Oh, boy, baby.
I like Sunamoon. Man, that bitch ran away. Fuck her.
Fair.
All right, cool. She ran away into my dream.
I like Sunamoon.
Nice.
Dang.
All right.
Save her!
Really did. Okay. Really did. Really did. Okay.
We are talking about Black Widow, not X on the Moon, but an X on the
I
Moon would
love
look
Sun
great
Moon.
in a Black Widow costume. though.
Oh my goodness.
Stop it. We have to focus.
I'm focused on that X on the Moon.
But yeah, this again for me, are we still on critique mode?
I mean, I think we're at this point we're kind of just
We're a little bouncing
Okay.
around.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think it's safe to say we can go back and forth and just kind of talk.
There's-
When you bring up something that you like and I think it was shitty, I will cut you off and say how shitty it was.
cool.
I think that's how
Equally.
we go ahead.
I think
Yeah.
I can equally do that.
Because this movie is not without its faults, but I do think it's one of the better
It's a
Marvel
strong
movies.
movie.
It's a very
Yeah.
strong movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff in here you could like criticize, like the Taskmaster thing, and maybe you may view the villains as disposable, but I think that everyone again like nailed their portion of it, and Florence Pugh, oh my goodness,
Oh, fuck!
Fantastic actor. Actress.
she's
I,
great.
I forgot to talk about like my favorite part, but she is my favorite part.
Yeah.
Elena,
Yeah.
her as Elena, she's
Yeah.
she's great.
I stand her now. I get the Twitter memes. I stand her talking about this vest. Like she's great.
Oh my god, she's,
She's
great.
great.
She was the best character in this entire movie.
But as Jamal said,
And that's tough.
And that's
Yeah.
tough
A lot
because
of
everyone else,
great characters.
yeah,
everyone like was there. Everyone came to play.
but she just comes out in left field and like breaks my heart because she's like she's still that little girl and it hurts. I'm like when she's up like don't Tasha don't do that. Like what do you?
Yeah, don't say it's
don't
not
say
real.
it's not real.
I love it when
The
she
only-
makes fun of her poses.
Yeah, that too. That was great. Why do you do that? Like the hair, like you're such a poser. You know,
Yeah.
She was a poser.
she's
They did
great.
a guy, I forget his name from
Stranger Things.
yeah.
Mm.
The way he portrayed that character, I know nothing about him,
Red Guardian.
and he brought a flavor to it which was very reminiscent of his character in Stranger Things, but just fucking overblown.
Right.
Mhm.
I mean, the comedic timing, the jokes, the way
His accent for sure was added to everything he said. Just made it funny.
He's so charismatic, and I can tell how anyone like Perry at the time, especially being a child, would want to make him he's a good father or something like that, or you would want him to be a good father, but he's kind of a piece of shit a little bit. He just tries his best to. He's kind of selfish in a way, especially or at least about his
he's a secret agent that doesn't know any better.
yeah.
yeah.
When they're walking to find Rachel Wise, and they have that conversation about being how proud he is. of
Yeah.
what they became. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Our life was terrible. It's like you are the best child assassin to ever exist, and you
I'm like-
are an Avenger.
Like
I'm so proud of you,
You-
killers.
you son of a bitch! You looked at me in my eye and took my sister away.
Yeah, but
right.
look how well you did.
look how well
Look
she
at
did.
look what you did. Look,
y'all
look at
winning.
you. And I look how he specifically went to Natasha like you
Look at what you've done.
Avenger. Like oh thanks.
And it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
a great job.
He's great.
How was he staying informed in that snow bunker in the middle of buttfuck nowhere?
I mean, they probably gave him TVs and shit.
What, newspapers?
Like that?
A gulag always gets represented as something that's so fucking remote, and there's no point of escaping. That everybody just kind of lives there, and like
And there is no
Yeah.
internet, so how
They
is
just-
news getting there? Are
the
the guards
guards-
coming
yeah.
in like, hey,
yeah,
See,
they had
spread
TV.
this around the
it's
yard?
just like one of those
They
things.
took the man's sandwich.
It's like one of those things you just don't really want to think about too much in this film. Like especially like I think either Clarence or Jamal said this, or maybe even you. Like it,
You think the mafia is not going to be able to get information inside of there?
no, like not only no, it's just the fact that he's a super soldier. He's just in a fucking
yeah.
jail with a bunch of criminals. Like why is he locked up in some real security?
That motherfucker
It's
needs.
a
could've got-
motherfucking gulag.
he
That
could've
motherfucker
got-
needs to be in Supermax.
Yeah, he could have got out anytime he really wanted to.
I think that was the hilarious point of it. That
Yeah.
he didn't see any like
Any
I
point.
think that just pays to his character. They probably say, hey, your assignment is to sit here, and he's just doing what he's told.
yeah like
But then why would he leave?
Yeah, especially if he believes.
You're right.
In the cause, But yeah, I thought, wow, just really, really, really solid performances from everyone. And even though, like we said, some of the roles can be seen or viewed as disposable, but when they were doing their part, they nailed it.
Yeah.
Like absolutely. And I don't really have too many other complaints other than the fact that how they wrapped up was a little too
nice.
clean for me.
Yeah.
Like it was a little cleaner than, I feel like we could have got away with bare essentials, people getting out, and maybe leaving some up to chance, if not, definite. But I get why they let it go like this.
It started so
Yeah, it
gruesome and
started-
dark. You just wanted them to get a win. You just wanted them to get a
just
W.
let them have something, okay? So and then I understand. So
Mm-hmm.
What did you guys think of the ending credit scenes? There was two, but one of them flowed so well off of that I thought it was just the ending of the movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
I want to know what they're trying to do with Madam Hydra. Like, what is she trying to build up?
I think
Her
she's-
own Avengers.
Yeah, she's doing the Dark Adventures or
Or
something.
maybe, I don't know.
Or something like some. I forgot what they're called. You know what I'm talking about?
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts. Yeah.
Oh,
It-
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Major
mean,
Ross.
That the only other, that are West Coast. That are they're doing West Coast Avengers, but Thunderbolts sounds cooler.
Well,
Probably.
we keep
That'd be
calling
kind
him
of
my...
sick if they got Red Hulk in there from the
Mm.
General Ross.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for him to at least turn red or something.
The best we're probably gonna do, because I don't see William Hurt signing up for that. I think
to be a
best-
voice actor.
I think the best they'll probably do is like Red She-Hulk, since we're getting a She-Hulk, right?
I mean,
Is there a Red She-Hulk?
Yeah,
There
Betty.
is.
There.
Betty.
Okay.
Isn't she like an alien or something?
No,
No, she's a harpy.
Wait.
yes.
Okay.
What?
That's in Immortal Hulk.
Oh.
She's in this beast form.
Oh.
But before we get to that crazy shit, she's just like a red version of
Hulk.
or a She-Hulk or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Is it another
it-
person?
Yeah, she's a whole other person. What
No,
do you mean?
is Red
Yeah,
Hulk,
no,
She-Hulk
it's
another?
not Jennifer.
Yeah, okay.
Back to Black Widow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reel it in.
Right.
Reel it in.
No, but I am excited. I'm really loving. We're finally starting to do this, like how they were doing with the movies. Like people are showing up in different stuff. People we're starting to mixing shit together, and I love that because it feels a little bit more like
Yeah,
comic
a little
books.
more, yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
it
And-
feels like they could pop up in anybody's world. And,
Yeah.
And Disney is pretty much putting their foot down and saying, you're going to have to watch these shows to know what the fuck is
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
True. Which
They're doubling down on it, and it's going to... I think this may end up being their downfall, or it may end up being something even more because they can branch out to different. Like, if you want to watch spy shit, you can just watch the Black Widow
It's
stuff.
the
You can
comic
do
book
this.
problem,
It
but
is.
in movie form.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're coming at you with a lot.
Good.
Full circle.
it's not.
Welcome.
But I do wonder, like, I see your point, and I'm hoping that Disney does see the issue with that because there's a lot, the regular viewer is not going to want to keep up with everything, or if they keep getting piled on and coming out at the exact same times, and then you have to know this to know, you have to watch this to know that, and vice versa.
Yeah.
I hope they. I mean, I can notice them. I can see them, helping with that by at least allowing. You know how like certain issues of comic books, even though certain like an X-Men, how you can kind of like jump in sometimes without really having to know absolutely everything, kind of like the Gala event or something like that. So maybe
But
like
we're still like relatively well informed in comparison.
That's why we understood the gala event. If
Yeah.
anybody coming in is not understanding,
I think you have a
gala,
better chance of reading this.
I mean-
and have a better chance of
Yeah,
understanding. it
X-Men 1, like
yeah,
the newer
than
one.
the Gala stuff. But yeah, I get your point.
yeah, like I could see them trying to like make maybe not every single one of their like movies or shows and everything be something you can jump into, but not making them all completely interchangeable and everything.
Right.
That's
Yeah, I
what
think Loki's doing a great job of it, of being a standalone,
Yeah.
with having minimal
Doctor Who?
knowledge. It is Doctor Who.
It's fucking Doctor Who.
We'll get to that when we talk
Yeah.
about Loki.
I know.
but-
I still can't believe there's only one episode.
I haven't started it yet.
Okay,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Doctor Who.
It's Doctor
Anyway,
It's-
Yeah. Go on. You were making your
No,
first point.
I would say that would be their
That
best
is-
bet. As
Yeah.
if keeping going like for the next 10 years and shit, that's 20 years of content. That's a lot. So
but you also have to think they probably have given you more content in the first 2 years than they gave you in the first 5 of the first few phases.
right, especially like
So-
now they're adding shows.
Yeah, this is what is going to, I feel, potentially going to be their downfall, just the oversaturation. I mean, people already thought that they were oversaturating the market already with releasing so many movies.
Mhm.
Now you're releasing so many movies and shows, and everything's going to tie together, and
I mean,
See, I'm
yeah, I can
it's a
see.
slippery slope.
as a fan, I'm here for it, so I'll keep up as long as I can. you
Yeah,
know,
that's
and-
true.
Yeah, so hope we can enjoy it. Let's get to the X-Men. After that, then do whatever the fuck you want. Just let's get before I die, please.
All I'm saying is that specifically when it comes to X-Men, the way that they've been like
Fucking killing it.
killing it, stringing along content, and how they can keep it going between films and movies. All I'm saying is you need to utilize all that, and have all that shit worked out to a T.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do that because it's
It's a lot.
a lot. But yeah, just like this movie, when it comes to, like I said, its themes, really, 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 really strong. Almost too strong to where the third act feels like it
It falls
Decline.
Yeah,
short
but if it-
compared
Yeah.
to the rest. Yeah.
But like, and I mean like a slight decline for me. I mean, I just don't have.
I mean,
Wouldn't that just
it-
mean you're more interested in other elements and not just the action elements?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that's why I think it did a fantastic job of switching up the formula because it hooked me with the story, with the acting, with the everything else. Like the action scenes were just
It's like a cherry on top.
yeah.
Sometimes.
It was expected.
Yeah, that too.
I only have one. The only gripe I have is a Taskmaster gripe. It's just
Yes.
I wanted the character
She's
to.
a woman.
No, it would be. It would have been great if they would have sold the point that this is still in a prototype phase, because I don't believe that you could have this Taskmaster that's been watching the Avengers fight since the beginning and still lose the hand-to-hand combat confrontation.
Okay.
I can't believe that.
I mean, when did I never saw it. Didn't feel like they were losing at all though. Like, to at least to me, like, I'm not sure. Maybe against not even against like Red Guardian. Like, pretty much.
Yeah, he did.
The first time when you saw Taskmaster, took out Black Widow, quick, fast, in a hurry.
Yeah,
Red Guardian is a non sequitur. Who cares?
Yeah,
but
he's supposed to be a.
He's supposed to be, but he's a joke.
Yeah,
true.
And then at the very end, when you see Taskmaster go against Black Widow wins.
Well,
not because of the canister. It was just she was keeping up. I don't believe she could keep up.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah. I mean, this motherfucker was the real Taskmaster was scared of her. Remember that?
Yeah, no, I said,
Like,
I know. I'm talking about the movie.
Okay, the movie.
I didn't like it in the comic either. We talked about that. We didn't like that either.
She beat that ass.
She beat the fuck out of him.
He shouldn't be afraid.
She's the boogeyman.
Look what he
He's
has.
The
to,
boogeyman.
Look what he has to mimic to get a fraction of my power.
Look at them. Look at them.
That is a fair point though. Taskmaster,
Power
the
scaling.
character's whole demeanor is that he is the perfect mimic. Oh, I was saying the character. You're right. I was going from comic, but yeah,
that works. Yeah.
Sure. There we go.
Wow. Look at that.
Taskmaster is a character that is designed to be the perfect hand-to-hand combatant.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do see what you're saying. That maybe they could have gone into something of it being like a version 1. Maybe they're going to that and wherever that character appears again, because that is one of the few characters that didn't die or one of the villains. But I guess that didn't. At the end of the day,
it's not a villain.
It wasn't a villain. Yeah.
The victim.
Yeah.
It would be cool to see, like, what if someone takes her, like maybe she's, she gets captured or something like that, and they try to mimic the mimic program or something like that.
You know what? And I would be all for if at some point in time Taskmaster ended up with Doctor Strange, and then you had like this Doctor Strange Taskmaster dynamic, and that spilled over into the comic books. I'd read that.
Oh yeah,
I would read that. That sounds solid.
Just Taskmaster just roasting everything he does.
Yeah, pretty much.
My cape is better.
Yeah, I didn't mind the change. I mean, obviously, I would prefer to have even a semblance of the Taskmaster from the comics.
Yeah,
there's a shield.
Yeah,
had the symbol on it
and the hood.
Yeah,
it's
all you need, and the skull face.
It's a cloth hoodie.
The skull face was kind of whack.
It was.
That skull face. You might as well not even put it there.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was there until like halfway through.
Because the hood was hiding it.
The hood was fine. It should have been more. It should have been like the hand of Saruman white. It should have been that white.
Like, I get it because the character's already, the design of the character is
it's
already
atrocious.
so hard.
It's atrocious.
Like,
the original design of the character in the comics is atrocious.
So it's hard. It's hard to adapt that
and put that in a realistic.
That's why I thought they did a pretty good job.
But the only thing they needed to do was to put the skull on. That's it. That's the only defining factor of Taskmaster.
Right.
The hood.
And I've seen it done. I've seen it done. Like the updated Ghost mask has a skull looking thing on it. So it could have been done.
I wish that could have played into. That's with one of my gripes and everything. I just wish they kind of gave Taskmaster more of a character, and maybe they could have been. Maybe they could have chose the mask themselves.
Yeah,
because they're burnt. Maybe that was.
Yeah, I didn't like the reveal. I didn't like about that character was that she was being mind controlled the entire time.
I thought she was mad. I thought it was her, but then
I thought she wanted it.
Yeah. It would have been a better dynamic.
Yeah, if you're not gonna do anything more or give her more screen time, you could have at least made her believe in what she was doing.
Yeah,
she had proper motive, honestly.
You blew me up.
And I think that's one of the things that I say jokingly about the woke stuff, but unjokingly, I think that is one of the reasons why they didn't do that, because she was making him an ultimate villain by being like, look how misogynistic I am. I'm doing it to my own daughter. I think that in itself is a statement, which maybe that's why they did it. I don't know, but it would have been. I would have preferred it as a character development that she really did hate her because of what she did, tried to murder her father by implanting a bomb on a child.
And it would give motivation for the father to save his daughter's life and bring her back, not just, well, now I can experiment on her corpse.
Yeah.
But how else would you know how cold and evil he is?
Because you can't smell him and he raised his pan.
Yeah.
That's evil enough.
Yeah. He is the biggest child trafficker in the world.
Yes.
That is evil enough.
I think that I know you.
That's pretty bad.
But to say that he would have a soft spot for his daughter, not far fetched.
Yeah, it's not far-fetched.
It's not far-fetched, but it's like we can't.
But it didn't happen.
I can feel that. I
guess true evil.
Yeah, like they can't say child trafficker and be like, he has a daughter and he care about her. He's like, I made you this strong so you can get your revenge on this lady that blew you up.
That makes sense.
It does make sense. I'm just saying they're also thinking about the audience. That I don't think they will be able to sit right sympathizing with a child trafficker.
Parents would understand that people would do it, that they still love their children.
No, I know. I just said I don't think parents or people don't want to believe that child traffickers can be people.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
That's the thing. Like it's like
Sure. Yeah.
Like, okay.
I'm saying I get it.
Like
I can see. I got my Disney hat on. Like
I get like both things can be
Hey,
present.
don't humanize evil.
The fuck is wrong with you?
So yeah, I get that. I that makes sense.
I mean, it makes sense. I think it would have set over the story over the top if it would have been the other way.
Yeah, because that would have made it a layer even more complex.
Yeah,
and that would only help a story like this.
Yeah.
It would have been. Yeah, it would have definitely. It would have.
It wouldn't have taken away.
It wouldn't have taken.
It would have only added.
Yes, absolutely, because that would have been another question that's not easily answered. You're like, oh, okay.
Like her hatred was so deep for because also I think people are glossing over the fact that Natasha put a bomb inside of a 6-year-old's fucking backpack to murder her father.
That's tough.
To join the Avengers.
Yeah, Shield told her you have to.
No. To work for Shield.
To work for Shield. Yeah, work for
Like,
Shield. Yeah,
those motherfuckers.
And Shield told her you have to assassinate. Blah blah blah. And
so her only choice was to blow up a fucking 6-year-old.
Like
Nick Fury's like, yep.
Abort mission. We ain't boarding.
So like, was he not in the room at all?
No, homie was in there, but
Yeah.
How did the
They
daughter
never
how did the daughter
explained
get
that.
deformed?
They never explained that. They never explained what happened.
He was there
That
too.
desk mahogany. That desk was mahogany.
Let's be honest. The daughter, the way she exploded, she should have been bald and completely. If she's going to survive, she's just been. Her body should have been.
Maybe it's a wig,
He's true
Chris.
evil. He knew it was
Was it a
about
wig?
the whole time. He was in the panic room when his daughter
Don't-
came in.
I'll be right back.
He stay right there.
Don't you understand that these type of desks can protect you from a nuclear bomb?
You're right.
You have to get underneath a school desk. So what do you think a mahogany desk is going to do against a homemade explosive?
If you get buried with a mahogany desk, it comes with you to heaven. You can't get rid of it.
Can't get rid of it. It's too powerful. It's attached to your soul.
That's a nice one. I like that.
Yeah.
I think some of the things that we talked about, the setup for what's to come next. Now, I know it wouldn't make a lot of sense to get rid of the Black Widow archetype on the Avengers team, but I would be surprised if they went ahead and made her the new Black Widow. And I think because of what they're doing with the comics, although I would understand either way, if they kept her as the White Widow, if they kept it, because she's already got her costume without the vest. So
Yeah.
I mean, you could pull that one off. It would make her distinguished and different because that's who
Yelena is.
Yelena is the
Yeah,
White Widow,
when I said they're gonna make him the next Black Widow,
you mean
I
in her
really mean-
place?
yeah,
right?
she's going to be a spiritual successor. It's gonna be Black Widow, but it's going to be its own character. And I think they made her character distinct enough where she is able to shine next to
Who's left?
was that?
Who's left?
Next
Yeah.
to who's left.
Yeah, she is going to be able to put up and develop her own character.
Just you wait for Miss Marvel. Just you wait. I have faith.
Okay.
The Marvels.
Kamala Khan.
Yeah, no, she's gonna be in the Marvels.
Yeah, the movies. I think the movie's called The Marvels.
Yeah.
Sure.
Camilla, come.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I just
I played the game.
I'm the flip of a coin, but it's as soon as I see that big fist on screen, we'll see.
Oh.
That's the.
It's gonna look like a sci-fi original, and I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna fucking love it.
Yep. Oh, God.
Yeah, so we can see that the next story looks like they're going to be moving into the Hawkeye TV show, which seems that Yelena is going to have a part in that. So I'm excited to see where we're going with this because they're building their own universe inside Disney Plus, which is great.
Scene just an advertisement for the Hawkeye TV show?
That's it. All it was.
One and the same. Yes.
Oh,
that's
man.
all it was.
That's deep.
Oh man,
that's years.
If you ain't got Disney Plus, you better find somebody who's willing to share.
Yeah, because this is where we're going now. Everything is going to tie back into Disney Plus because that is where their money is going to come from.
Yep.
And that's crazy. I like that a lot. I just like you were saying that they're building a universe inside a small universe. We kind of started with the Winter Soldier. And then we moved into the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show where that shit was where that world is very much still a thing, like Spy World. And then this movie came out and it's still Spy World. I like that. I think showing it here, I like the name. It just sounds cool.
Don't say it again because somebody's gonna take it and copyright it.
I didn't say it again. But yeah, I just think it was cool, and I like when I like it here. I think that's what draws me to the Black Widow comic as well. I like it in this space. Like it's in the same world as the superhero shit, but it's like
it's ground here and it's grounded.
Yeah, I love it.
Even though the grounded means they're doing outrageous shit.
Yeah,
it's still grounded enough to where you can enjoy it and not a spectacle and not expect all kinds of
like
fucking
we're sore for this
crazy just shit that they do.
Yeah,
space laser like we all thought.
Yeah,
I was really worried about
there was no space laser.
Yeah,
very good. Very good.
What
is this like the third Marvel movie that just followed the same type of formula as other movies? So like this is obviously like a spy movie, James Bond. That's what this is, and like how Ant-Man and the Wasp were heist movies, and Falcon and Winter Soldier was more like a suspense movie. So far, every single time they do that, they just turn these Marvel movies, quote unquote Marvel movies, into just regular movies.
Yeah,
they're always big hits.
Yeah.
This is a hit.
I hope they start doing that with especially since they're talking about the Doctor Strange movie being more of a horror.
Yes, that's what
I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. So if this is what they're going to do from going out on out, making these real unique, dare I say, genre.
Yeah, I was
films.
gonna say making like it's a comic book shit, but it's genre films. And that's what we're doing. So,
and I hope they keep going in this direction, and it's going to just refresh everything. It won't just start feeling stale like I felt some of the Ultron era movies started getting.
Yeah,
that's fair.
That's the only direction to go.
Oh yeah, Thor 2, Iron Man 3.
Yeah. They had a real tough time for a little bit, and
a little identity crisis, wasn't
it?
Yeah, that hurt. It hurt.
It was just nice to know like they were able to. It's nice to know that they saw it and they saw where the problems lay, and over time they fixed their mistakes, or at least the tweaks, and you can see them.
That was them trying to see what they could get away with.
Yeah.
Like, okay, they like the first Iron Man. Cool. Let's see. Can we do this? No. Okay.
By the time we got to, God, I know we're talking about other movies. God, by the time we
Black Widow.
Anyway, let's just cut it off. What did y'all think about Black Widow out of 10? What do we got?
Ooh, okay.
I want to go first.
You want to go first?
I said I don't want to go first. I want to hear everyone's.
All right. Well, you fucked up because I give it 8 backhands out of 5 out of 10. 8 backhands out of 10.
What do you think?
No, you go.
It's about 8.5 exploding brain chips.
Exploding brain chips. Okay.
Didn't explode.
When Yelena cut that chip out of her leg, I was like, ooh.
8.5 broken legs in the middle of a flooded alley. She fell from that high ass stuff, and the only thing she had wrong was just a broken leg, and he terminated for a fucking broken leg.
Not good no more.
Her back was broken. She wasn't moving.
It's bad enough that like she's being terminated. I hate the fact like he didn't have some sort of chip or something to explode her. It's like, do it yourself. No,
I don't want to do it.
No.
She fried her face.
She fried her face off. I give it like, I'm gonna give it 9 shields out of 10. Nine shield throws.
9 shield throws.
9 shield throws.
9 shield bounces.
9 shield bounces. Yeah, bounces.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, I'm giving you a psychic message. I hope you say it.
I'll probably not. I'm
You
probably
probably
gonna go
won't.
way somewhere else. I give this out of 10. I give this movie 9 fat stubby Irish Ray Wilkinson ring fingers out of 10.
That was a big ass ring
His
finger.
man's hands were
I was hoping you were gonna say gender bent Taskmaster.
oh god.
Ooh.
I was thinking about saying 9 fucking gender reveals.
8.5 ovary removal description.
Oh my god, just take it out. Stop, why you gotta be so disgusting?
They
Like
reach in
confetti.
there.
They reach in and pull
Take it out.
out.
They just pulled it out.
Dog, I felt the thing that made me laugh the most about that description of ovaries getting pulled out of a person was that in front of us, like 4 rows down, was a family full of like 7 little girls.
children.
They're like 7. They're like an age range from like 6 to like 12, and
Oh my god.
what pulled out?
Like
The entire time, I'm just looking down and like that dad is probably like, what the
Yeah, you got
He's like,
some
they're teaching my-
explaining to do.
he's like they're teaching my damn kids sex ed. No.
dog?
God damn it, Marvel!
It was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Should this movie have been rated R?
I think I
would've
thought
been
it was
great.
for a second.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, you're.
Once
yeah.
she started talking about removing uterus and all kinds of shit and no babies, and I was like, what the fuck kind of rating is this?
One scene I think would have done a little bit better, probably with a harder rating, was when all the Black Widows had our Black Widow in a chokehold and they're supposed to be beating her half to death,
Yeah.
but she got like 2 kidney shots and that was it.
No, she got.
No, they were
She
kicking the
got
shit out
bumped.
of
She
her.
got kicked in her mouth.
She didn't bleed enough.
It didn't. I would say it didn't.
There wasn't enough blood.
The scene didn't look like it hurt enough.
Yeah.
because I think it was the way it was shot. I wish it was a little bit more personal. Like
Yeah.
we were
Yeah.
That,
that would have been
that, but also like the after effect. Like she wasn't even bleeding.
nah, she was.
I told you she was no selling the whole movie.
Yeah.
She, you think the guy from space? Hell yeah, that guy from space can't take her down.
Apparently not.
She fell from a fucking sky freighter and deployed a parachute 20 feet below impact.
I would say. I would have said. You're right.
Hey.
It's pretty-
So how did she die the other drop? Maybe she did it.
She's
it,
not
it,
dead.
It was in a different dimension, so gravity like tripled as she fell every 10 feet.
She got back up and then she broke Red Skull's head neck, and then she took the cloak and she's
that-
just leading people and
And now she's
murdering
trapped on
them.
the moon. What's Nick Fury on the moon called? The what?
Fuck, I don't know. So
The unseen.
sword.
The unseen.
oh, that one. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. But yeah,
Good shit.
good shit. Good shit.
Yeah.
Good shit, Marvel. You got me. You got me
Go,
again.
go watch Black Widow.
Go
Yeah.
like Widow Black.
Real solid. Don't listen to it to her trolls. Give it a shot. It's really decent. I know.
Yeah.
And like we didn't even say we were shilling. Like that means we actually meant it.
No.
Yeah. This movie actually surprised me. I was ready to go in there and hate on it.
Yeah. Same.
I really was.
If you're hating, you're just tired of shit tasting good.
Yeah.
That's all.
Another
Damn,
W for
Tastes like
Marvel.
another W.
Good job, guys.
Yep.
Release
This,
the widow,
the Widow cut.
the widow cut.
I wonder
More-
why Wonder Woman 84 couldn't have been as good.
That well, Patty needs to not write and direct. Just saying. I'm sorry. It's
Don't
true.
you tell her what to do.
Look at this.
Look, I say the
man
same
telling
thing.
a woman
Look,
what she
I
can
say the
do.
same thing about Zach. All right, he doesn't need to write and direct, or and produce, and have his wife produce too.
and shoot the
And shoot
film
the-
himself.
With
Do the
special
make-
lenses
in
and
their
shit.
backyard.
Do the makeup and,
then-
all that. Well,
like,
thank you for joining us.
Who
in
works?
another-
I mean, like, is it just you?
You're a Move DC fans. Your movies are always hot garbage. God damn it!
No.
He ain't wrong.
Watch this movie. Is it that hard?
We're not doing this.
Is it
Nope.
that hard?
It's not that hard to write this good a good movie.
It really isn't. Sorry.
They
Fuck.
just showed us. With that being said, thank you for joining us in another third Quencher. We've been drinking for a while. We
Slur
went to
your
this.
words.
We went to this movie.
Popped.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Slapped. Man.
But thank you for joining us in another Thirst Quencher. My name is Just One, as always, joined by my co-hosts around me.
I am King.
I'm Clarence.
I'm Jamal.
I'm not
What the
going to say
fuck?
it.
What the fuck, Jamal? Anyway,
make sure you follow us and like everything with YouTube, the Thirsty Nerds podcast, Instagram, Twitter,
YouTube.
How about you at the same time? You know, if you have a couple minutes, leave down in the comments what you thought of the movie. Did you like it? Did you not like it?
Yeah, let me know. Let me know why Taskmaster hurt you so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let me know what you thought about the panoramic booty shots.
Yeah. So many.
As always, thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.
All right. See you, nerds.